here. Welcome, welcome. I am Sitara Fe. I am so thankful that you are taking the time to join me. Today's topic is about conscious starseeds, baby beings, beings that are ready to come and incarnate into this world. So I was born a medium. For those of you that are new to my channel, or first time seeing me here, I was born a medium. I've been a practicing professional psychic since my early 20s. And recently, in the last couple of months, have started getting a lot of very clear and direct messages from star seeds, which are baby beings. They're baby spirits that are ready to incarnate. I know that just this idea alone is something that can push up against some religious beliefs and some personal beliefs. And so I really would love to encourage you to simply open your mind, open your heart, and maybe just muse at the what if? What if what I'm saying is complete hogwash? And what if what I'm saying is actually landing? And feel into your heart space, feel into your meter of internal truth, and see what resonates for you. So, for myself, I have no children. I have, in several experiences in my life, have felt the presence of a child in my field that has wanted to call me mother, and at the time wanted to call my partner daddy. And it was, for me at that time, not something that I, as the adult being with consensual choice, I was not willing to participate in that at that time. So through that interaction, this particular being has come to me and through my life pretty consistently, actually, since then, with some large gaps and some not. But what I do know is that at this point, these star seeds or these conscious beings are knocking on the doorway of many people who are ready to have children. But here's the thing about it, is that I want to speak specifically to conscious communities and areas where we have a heightened sense of, or a heightened group of people who are awake and present to their life purpose, present to where they came from, present to knowing that their soul origin may or may not be from this planet. That they have been through many different journeys and gateways and portals to be able to incarnate here in this physical world. Those who already know that they are volunteers on this planet, part of the Indigo Children, part of the 3 Waves of Volunteers, if you're a Dolores Cannon fan. There are a lot of different ways to describe this. So what I want to talk about here is the messages that I have been getting. And now part of it for me, I'm like, am I really the messenger on this topic? But right now, yes, I am. So I'm going to share with you a couple of stories as to why I feel like it's important for me to share this. So, as I mentioned, I've been a practicing professional psychic. I'm ranked top 5 female psychic in the United States. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is to just help build credibility, especially if you're new to my channel, of understanding the type of work that I do and the kind of life that I live. I live in between realms. I live in this 3rd dimension, and I live in the conscious present awareness of the multiverse, or the multiple dimensions of conscious space that we are coexisting with at all times. So the best way that I can describe this and why these conscious beings want to come into these communities in particular is this. We've all seen the movie Finding Nemo, right? We know that current, that stream where the turtles are traveling from one side of the ocean to the other. And as they're in that current, as they're in that stream, that everything just moves effortlessly. They just move effortlessly through that stream. Well, so this is kind of what conscious awakening is like, is that there is a particular sliver of frequency on this planet right now that is beyond space and time. It is a space where conscious beings, light workers, embodied people that are working with elementals. These are people that speak light language. These are people that are connected to their soul tribes. These are people that are aware of the higher levels of consciousness that are available to us in this world that help us to advance as human beings. So a lot of us know that we have already volunteered here, but those of us who have volunteered probably had a really hard time and challenging time waking up. So in this stream of information, in this stream of energy, there's this connection to the awareness of your original soul home. These star seeds that are coming in that will be on the leading edge of consciousness for their entire life. For some of us, we've just been on the leading edge of consciousness for the last 10 years or something like that. These particular beings are coming and they're going to be on the leading edge of consciousness for their entire life because they are choosing parents that will allow them to stay connected to who they are, to express themselves in their fullest, to remember where they came from, to have these memories activated so they don't have to go through the amnesia that we went through in the waking up process. So this slipstream of energy that I'm talking about, one is that we are already safe, we are already protected. If we allow ourselves to surrender to the movement and the protection and the support and the guidance, listening to our intuition at every move, we are so clearly guided and protected. We're literally invisible. We're operating in a different frequency of awareness. We're operating in a different dimension of consciousness. So these beings that are coming into this world want to be coming in bodies that are already operating at that frequency, already operating at that current. So if you're in your late 20s, your early 30s, probably even into your early 40s, especially as a female and you're in a conscious community and you've got baby fever and you're kind of looking around and you're like, I don't even have a partner, I don't know why. This is why. It's because these beings are knocking on your door saying, hey, I'm ready, it's my turn. And this is the other thing that I really wanted to share that I felt was so incredibly beautiful. I was working with a client, and during the session, she had been telling me that she had been getting baby fever, and I said, okay, great, let's lean into that. Let's see what messages and guidance is here for us in this moment. So I was singing with the singing bowl and allowing this channel to come through, allowing this bit of information. And she was like, you know, where would we live? Where would we do this? What about the resources? Da, da, da. That's a huge responsibility. It takes up so much time. Da, 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 da. Totally understandable, right? Logical, regional. You're like, I want to make sure that I can take care of this. It's a huge thing. Yes, okay. So the deal with this and what I was shown is that these star seeds, and I've experienced this personally, so I'll add on after I share this, is that these star seeds are also coming in fully equipped with the messages, with the guidance, with the tools, with the resources, with the support, with the location in this world that they are meant to be. There are so many different areas and places on this planet that are hotspots. So Bali being one of them. There's conscious communities in Costa Rica, in Sedona, Arizona, in Taos, New Mexico, in Tulum, in Mexico. Like there's these hotspots all over the planet where these conscious communities are really thriving and where they are growing and becoming a larger influence in the collective unconscious. And this is the thing that I really want you to understand, is that if you're watching this, clearly you're tuned into this message. Clearly it's resonating. If you're still here, clearly it's hitting home in some way. So feel into that. Feel into that resonance. Because here's the other thing. All of the worry about what is going to be available and what isn't going to be available and what is the timing and who's this, that, and the other, it's already written in the stars. It's already written in the stars. There are some things that, yes, you as a human being have your free will choice to flex if you want. And then there's some things that are written in the stars that you agreed upon before incarnating into this world. And so these things are like little checkpoints. These are parts of your reality that is part of your life timeline that are going to happen. It's up to you to be able to choose to fully actualize into it. meaning you get to surrender to your intuition, you get to surrender to your guidance, you get to surrender to your own inner world that is encouraging you to move forward and is encouraging you to create on such a different level that all of your open-hearted awareness really starts leading the way. And so as that open-hearted awareness is leading the way, one of the things that we want to look at is like, if we can zoom out, like let's zoom out one lifetime, let's zoom out another lifetime. Well, there's this opportunity that is happening in that space of the zooming out that shows that the influence and the impact of these star seeds that are embodied in the world right now, that are embodied on the planet and that are coming in, the influence and the impact that they are going to be able to have by being on the leading edge of consciousness, by not falling asleep. Look at some of the children right now that are absolutely like blowing us away with their motivation and their drive and their willingness to stand up against things that are wrong. Because we are in a crisis experience. We are here with the global awakening, but there are so many beings and there are so many different species coming from across the universe that are here to support the ascension of Earth, because we have gotten really out of balance. What that requires is that these beings come into the third dimension, which is us. Hi, I'm one of them. I did not have parents that were consciously awake. I love my parents dearly. I had a different life path. And so to be able to recognize that there's an opportunity here to be in support of this movement that is carrying incredible levels of consciousness forward here on this planet, is that there are so many like rewards and blessings and support that is available for you and to you. And I don't know that I would be able to say this so clearly and so confidently had I not also experienced that here on Bali myself, being called into the birth of a baby that was here. I didn't know his mother, but there was something inside of me intuitively telling me for months. There was a window of time that was, clear your schedule between this time and this time. There's something coming into your life and you're going to need to have all of your work done so that you can focus on this, because it's coming through and it's coming through very clearly. And so when that happened, I was connected to a woman that was about to have a baby. She was over her due date. She wanted to have her baby at home. She didn't want to have the influence of doctors or other sorts of things going on. And I was called into that situation. And I know that I was called into that situation because that child called me and asked me to be there. And so by having that firsthand experience of understanding like what is completely divinely aligned will be completely divinely aligned. That all of those resources are going to come together when those resources need to come together. The people, the places, the things, the money, the opportunities, the travel arrangements, like all of it is set out. And so when you continue to open your heart, open your own soul consciousness and allow that guidance to move through, it's going to add a lot into your world. It's going to add a lot into your life. And I'm not even talking about like opening yourself up to the channel of the star seeds. But I can tell you, even for myself personally right now, I feel that influence coming in. I'm completely single, but I feel that influence coming in. I feel that timeline opening. I feel the consciousness of this being coming through. I feel a lot of it, and that's also what has opened this channel for me to receive this guidance, not just for myself, but for many. So with that, I hope you feel a resonance to this. I'm going to actually lead a series or create a couple more videos on this. I do have a meditation that's called How to Connect with the Spirit of Your Baby. For those of you that have had miscarriage or abortion or even have your baby in utero right now, it's really just a channel to open up your mediumship abilities to be able to connect with that little light being or star seed that's either come to you at a point in time or is here with you now. So I'll put that in the end cards here on this video. But let's go ahead and do a little light transmission just for fun. Ya otaniki awa sakani awa uapuaka sataniki iawa upuku apuakaniki awa. Yaokani awa akaponiki awa sakatani awa yawa aki awa aniki awa. Opening up a prayer to play a little game with the universe and ask for clear signs as to what your next couple steps are. Yataniki awa puka nakatakatakake rukurukurukaniki awa kaputukani awa akaposakataki awa. Sutakai niki awa kapua niki awa pua saya ha'a kapu kuata niki awa ia awa pua ki awa ha'a niki. Shaya shaniki a shioni awa ha'a puni awa shishu awa pukua shio tataki awa puni hi awa kapua ni awa susuka niki awa ha'a kapu ua tatake. Breathe in deeply, and again allow yourself to just simply remember. Remember. Peeling away layers, continuing to just be very gentle as you lean into the consciousness of your true self. As you lean into the consciousness of your true inner being. And allow that part of you to lead the way, to guide the way, to honor the way, and to clarify the pathway that is open, obvious. Let's make it obvious, please. Obvious, clear, and as easy and graceful as possible. All right, my sweet love. Well, with today's transmission, I'm feeling very complete. Please feel free to visit other videos that I have here, including some 90-minute deep dives with the full moon and the new moon. They are really powerful. They are very powerful. So I highly suggest listening to them before bed so that you can sleep right after, or later in the afternoon so that you can even journal and channel whatever guidance comes through for you. But those are going to really kickstart your ascension and acceleration of remembering who you are. And so they're recorded on the new moon or full moon, but you can listen to them anytime at all. So with that, my sweet love, thank you so much for spending your time to be here. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, help to encourage more people to come and join us on this journey. I love you, and I will see you oh so soon. All right. Mwah. Ciao, ciao.